Hello, it's JT here. Today we're going to be brewing some beer. I've chose to do the Brewer's Best German Oktoberfest. Picked this up at the brew shop there in Bowling Green, Ohio. As you can see, it comes with the hops and the sugar, the yeast, caps, malts, capper, everything you need comes with the kit. I also have bottle cleaner, everything we need here. So we're ready to begin. So I'm going to add the 2 gallons of water, and then here we have the grains, the crystals of the malt. And we're going to be putting that in here, bringing it up to about 160 degrees, and I'll see you then. Alright, the malt has been in the water for 5 minutes, and already the room just smells strong and of these malt grains, and it's wonderful. Fills the room. It's something else, I'll tell you what. And you can see the water is already getting dark. The grains are sitting in the cloth bag and they're just kind of seeping in here, and this process could take a half hour to an hour depending on how long it takes to get the water up to temperature. So we're going to keep an eye on this and let it go. Right now it's 159, so we'll see when we get up to 160 to 170 degrees how she looks, and we'll be taking the malts out, bringing the water up to temperature and adding some hops, so we can look forward to that. Alright, here we are up to temperature, 165 degrees. Everything looks to be going pretty smoothly. Really nice dark color here in the wort there. We got 20 minutes setting at this temperature, and after that it comes the good part. So I should mention ahead of time, I didn't before, spent about 45 minutes making sure you sterilized everything, the pot, thermometer, everything that is going to touch any of the beer. The wort especially is sensitive, become infected with bacteria just by nature. So any surface that's going to be touching it. Right now in the fermenter here, I've got just 3 gallons or so of this cleaning agent that actually came with the kit here, and so that's going to be nice and sterilized by the time I'm ready to pour the wort in there, which looks like progress is coming along pretty good. It took about 30 minutes to get up to temperature, and just turn the gas down a little bit and it's staying right there, so things are rolling pretty well. Alright, things were going here pretty well. The temperature got a little too hot for me, so I decided I was going to move the pot off the burner for a few minutes, let it cool down a little bit, and then once it got down to where it should have been, I put it back on the burner, walked away for a second. Next thing I know, I catch my sack on fire. Now, we could definitely have worse problems, but for the record, pretty sure no one wants a singed sack. Alright, I'm taking the crystals out of the water here. We're going to bring it up to boiling temperature. Once that gets boiling, we're going to add the malt extract here, both of these cans. It's real thick and syrupy, and that's probably going to reduce the temperature of the water quite a bit. We'll have to bring that all the way up to boiling, and then we'll add some hops. Alright, it's 3 o'clock or so. We got a pretty good boil going on here, so I'm going to start adding some of the malt extract. Now, this is pretty thick, syrupy stuff, so we'll get a good pour going on here, and then I'll have to stir it in real well. But, oh man, look at that. Delicious. Get all that in there. Alright, looks like I got most of that in there. So now it's important to stir the whole time. It's kind of tough with 2 hands. Sometimes you wish you had 3, but the smell has definitely changed. It's way more like beer than it was before. Before it smelled nice, but it just didn't quite smell like beer. Now with this malt extract, I mean, the aroma is just overwhelming, especially right at first when you put it in like this, but as this comes up to temperature, it's going to get much thinner than it is now. I put it in that thick syrup. It pretty much dissolves right in with the hot wort that we had going on. So this is looking good. It's smelling even better. So next step will be some hops once this gets back to boiling temperature. Alright, well now we're just about ready to add the first batch of hops. It's almost to boiling temperature, and once those are in, that boils for 55 minutes, and then after that, then we'll add the finishing hops. But first I wanted to talk about these hops just a little bit. The smell, it's just so aromatic. It's floral, and it's pine, it's everything. It's probably the best part of the whole beer making process. Is just all the aromas that you get, and these hops, this is what does it. So I'm going to be adding these in about 5 minutes, boiling it for about an hour, and we'll be well on our way to having some pretty tasty beer. Right now it's 4:36. Added the finishing hops 5 minutes ago, and now this is what I got. This almost completed wort. Got 33 seconds to go. These finishing hops are just brewing up right now. Looking real nice, smelling real good. About ready to put them in this little ice water bath over here. Drop the temperature down to room temperature, 70 degrees or so, maybe a little less than room temperature. And after that, it's going to cool, some of the sediments are going to settle out, and then we're going to siphon it over into the fermenter bucket. So, alright, right now we got the wort almost finished, basically finished, and soon we're going to siphon that into this bucket, into the fermenter here. And I also got the yeast activating. It actually looks like it's going pretty well, which doesn't always happen. Right now I'm going to siphon the wort into the fermenter. Maybe I try to give you a look to see what that's like. So, there it goes. There should be a fair amount of sediment down in the bottom of the pot here, but it looks like there's quite a bit that already went into the bucket, so we'll see. Alright, the final step will be adding the yeast, and then placing a bucket in a nice, cold, dark area until it's finished fermenting, and that'll be beer. So, alright, until next time.